Hey, what is going on everyone? My name is Alva and today we are back with another Pokemon challenge video. This time we are doing Pokemon FireRed with only Brock's team. Now, you couldn't say it's kind of Brock's team. Brock has a lot of Pokemon in the anime, and last time I did in-game teams, people were like, oh, gotta do the anime one because everyone already knows the anime teams. In the game, Brock only has a Geodude and an Onix. And the anime, Brock has a Krogunk, Brock has a Happiny, Brock has a Release Vulpix. But for the core of it, we're just going to stick to what he had in Kanto and what he had with Ash when he was traveling with Ash. So he had a Geodude and an Onix, we know that for sure. And he caught a Zubat in the cave. He eventually evolves to a Crobat, but we'll just leave it as a Zubat to keep the challenge a bit more challenging. And as well, he had some other Pokemons, you know, Sudowoodo. Technically, we can get Sudowoodo, but we'll just keep that out. We'll just keep these three Pokemons. Onix, Geodude, and Zubat will be his team and what we'll be using throughout this challenge. And if you guys are excited for this challenge, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down some challenge ideas, some Pokemon anime teams you want me to try out in the games, some hard teams presumably. And also, if you guys are not subscribed yet, please don't forget to leave a subscribe. We're pretty close to hitting 6K, so if that can happen before the new year, I'll be greatly appreciated. I'm so appreciative for this entire year so far. It's been one hell of a ride, so thank you so much for that. But let's get into the challenge itself. Alright, so I'm not gonna say that I thought it was easy, but I thought face value pretty easy. I have an Onix, so I thought Onix was gonna be the biggest contributor to the team. Boy, was I wrong.
Boy, were they wrong.
Oh, can I add the odds ones out sound effect here? Boy, was I wrong. Oh man, I love the odds ones out. Such a good YouTube channel. Anyways, let's get into Pokemon. So when I start this, Onix was gonna be like my main carry because I assume Onix was gonna be the strongest. Boy, was I wrong, because it turns out Onix moveset is very shallow and very shit. So we have to adjust around that, unfortunately for us. And you'll see who is the MVP by the end of the game. And I'll tell you guys if you guys want to skip there. I know some people just skip to the end. And thank you to everyone who sits through the commentary and feel immersed into the commentary, because I'm trying to change it up. I'm glad so many people liked the previous video of it. I'm adding more commentary to it. I'm just not commentating exactly what I do, because you guys can see what I'm doing. I feel like I don't need to handhold you through every single step I'm doing. Right here I'm using Screech because it lowers 2 defenses while it's using Defense Curl, so I keep it at a steady constant defense level, so it does enough damage when I'm attacking it. Like I'm saying, it's pretty good. Like, we get to evolve this type of video not to only just commentate over exactly what we're doing, but have a conversation. Like, you guys get to enjoy the commentary, if you guys do enjoy my commentary. And I'm glad some of you guys do. So thank you for the feedback last video. And I don't remember too much of Brock in the anime. I know that's a big statement to make, but he's a big factor of what people love about traveling companions. He's a cook, he's funny, but I don't remember him battling too much. One of the most iconic battles in my opinion Brock did was when Ash actually came back to Pewter City, I believe, with Tracy and them, maybe. And then he met up with Brock, and then they had a battle in the gym against Jesse and James, who took over the gym or something. And Jesse and James had these strong Pokemons. It was like a Donphan and something else. It was 2 double battles, and it was the first time we saw Brock and a Steelix, and Ash and his Donphan versus Team Rocket. I think that was happening. And then some random thing happened with the Nurse Joy and the Latias. It was a strange episode, but that's one of my favorite episodes of Pokemon. I watched a lot of Pokemon anime or Pokemon cartoon, the TV show. It's really cool, but I just when I think of Brock, I just think of that moment and when he's holding a frying pan over his head as a drying pan. And then there's a tangent. I actually really love the episodes where they had to say goodbye. I think they're really well made. When Misty had to leave, that's one of them I remember quite fondly. May was leaving on a boat with Max, and I was kind of rooting for that because Max is kind of annoying. Then there's Dawn, who was I think was the saddest one, and I was pretty much the three most I remember as a kid. Obviously the previous one where Ash left Alola on a plane. I made a joke about that he became champion in Alola, and then he just off. He just left Alola and he just said, I'm just going back to Kanto. I don't need y'all. And then he just left. He's the champion. He just left his region. He's not coming back. Don't lie to me. He's not coming back. He doesn't care about that region. That was strange. Also, the more shipping one where Serena left, that was famous too. I don't remember Gen 5. I'm not sure what happened in Gen 5. I know they went back to like Kanto for some reason. I don't know why though. Why did they go back to Kanto? Someone let me know why they went back to Kanto. But also when you're down there, let me know the most memorable Pokemon anime moment you guys ever think of when you think of Pokemon. The most rewatched episode I know was Ash vs. Paul, easily. Ash in the League just in general was amazing. Ash vs. Paul, Ash vs. Tobias. People hate that because Tobias is just legendary spamming. I thought it was cool. Like, I was like, oh my god. Ash just took down 2 legendary Pokemons. Yeah, he didn't win, but like, he's not that good of a trainer to begin with. He took down 2 legendaries. And he's like the first one to take down Tobias's Darkrai. That's such a sick moment. Like, you guys don't remember, like, there's like so much build up to that Tobias fight. Like, Brock and Don is doing research. Like, oh, Tobias beat every single gym with his Darkrai. Ooh, he beat everyone in the tourney so far with the Darkrai. What's gonna happen to Ash? And then Ash beat it with his Sceptile because like the Sceptile just leaf bladed shit and then it just died. It was so sick. Obviously, and then there's this like cool Volt Tackle Luster Purge moment where Pikachu powered through a Luster Purge and just killed it. I was like, oh my god, dude, this thing is insane. Christ, I'm such a nerd for him. Okay, now going back to the video, to add some context into this, I do have a Squirtle in my back pocket who has all the HMs I need to beat the game. Obviously, I can't really beat the game with only Onix and Geodude because they can't learn Surf. Neither can the Zubat. Well, Zubat can learn Fly if you guys ever watched the Pokemon anime opening. But the base of it, we just have Squirtle level 4 in our party to have, all the HMs. As well, the items Zubat and Geodude are holding is Everstones to prevent them from evolving. I'm just too lazy to press the B button. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's just for my own convenience, but they don't evolve and the items do not help them at all as well. So if you guys ever see that, that's why they have items to prevent them from evolving. And as you can see, Onix is shredding them up, but Geodude has the most diverse moveset, and that's gonna have huge implications down the line because I'm just gonna say Geodude's moveset is sick, and you guys will see why. Right, let's go back into another topic. Honestly, I don't know what happened, but I feel like the Pokemon anime is kind of boring now. I don't know, maybe because I'm not a child anymore, but I still like watching Pokemon X and Y. I thought that was pretty fun to watch, even when with the shipping stuff and whatnot. But I thought it was pretty fun to watch. I can't watch the Sun and Moon one. I feel like it's just not for me. And Diamond Pro, I can't rewatch. I can't rewatch anything right now. I just don't have the the time for it or the motivation to rewatch them. But if I would obviously rewatch the episodes I just mentioned. But I feel like, is the anime kind of boring now? I don't know. Let me know. Do you guys still watch the anime? Is the anime good now? Because there's this new series. I still don't like the art style for it. I still wish he was like a shonen protagonist. I only watched one series of anime, and so I don't know too much about anime. But I feel like if Ash was more shonen style, but like there's no real fight scene. Like he's not a fighter. Like everything else is a fighter, but him. Maybe it could be like My Hero, where he could be like a loser looking guy, but like everything else is badass around him. But then like he eventually becomes badass, or he, when he's battling, he becomes badass. That's why I like X and Y, because he had this like Ash Greninja form that started making him look super cool. I mean, honestly, I think he looked cool with the Ash Greninja stuff, but then like, you have to move on. So I wish he looked more shonen like, but people like it. Seems like people are grasped into it. He just looks like an 8-year-old, in my opinion. Like it's not for me. Like, how did he digress in age? But apparently he's supposed to be looking through every single region. He's supposed to do some kind of adventure where he's looking through every region and reapproaching them, which is interesting because they're not gonna tackle Galar the entire time, which is refreshing, I guess. But does that mean all the previous companions will be looking like that? In my opinion, maybe not the best choice, but we'll see how it pans out. What Sun and Moon did do really cool that maybe went back and watched one episode was the Misty and Brock episode where they came back with Mega Evolutions, and then they started battling, and I thought that was pretty sick. Also, Brock has a comfy. I didn't watch that much into it, so I didn't see it, but Brock and Misty came back, so I wish more of his companions came back. If more of Ash's companions came back during that series, maybe I would have watched more, because it would have been cool to see like Misty, Brock, Iris and Silent, Serena, Clement, all of them came back. No Tracy. No, Tracy could stay home. Tracy in this stupid art book. But like all of them come back with like we can see all the progress they had over like the few years they've been like apart. So I thought that would be a cool idea. Obviously it didn't happen. One avenue they don't really touch up on is that they don't really make the bad team that like concerning, right? You know, they just kind of pull it out of nowhere for some reason. I feel like Black and White did it well, right? They had a whole arc on it, like the Reshiram Zekrom nonsense, and Team Rocket was like trying to actually dominate the world. Like, what is this change up? What is this switch up? But like most of the time, the evil team don't really do much, right? I feel like they don't. Like nothing really bad happens. Like the worst thing that happens is Ash gets into like a bit of depression because he lost to Paul. Oh, you know what is insane about the anime? The movies. The movies are actually really good. Like the trio from Sinnoh, Rise of Darkrai, I think was the first one, and then the Giratina one, and the Sky Warrior, and then Arceus the Jewel of Life. Arceus the Jewel of Life is the best Pokemon movie by far. It's insane. Like you guys should watch it if you guys haven't in a while or haven't at all. It's actually such a sick movie. Problem is, it doesn't really make sense. But you know what? Who cares? It's just fun. It's just fun. The part I'm confused about that doesn't make sense is that how did it come back to life? How did Arceus come back to life? Wasn't Ash just crying and then like he was holding the jewel? Arceus got paralyzed or like got stunned because he was missing the electric plate, missing a few typings because he put it in the jewel of life to help like rebirth it. Man, this knowledge is up in my head, boys. I'm not even reading a script. I know all this shit from heart because I watched it so much time. I understand it. Like there's 100 Pokemon shooting you with it, but come on, Arceus. Are you a pussy? What are you, a pussy, Arceus? You're a god of a Pokemon and you're a pussy. Come on, just shake them off and just kill everyone. I feel like you could have done that a long time ago. Oh yeah, and then like someone offered him the jewel of life, and then he just stomps on it, he just breaks it. He really just said, "Go fuck yourself." And I was like, "Oh my god!" And then he started killing everyone. Then Dialga send them back to time. Dialga could do this. Wait. If Dialga could do this, why doesn't he just do it to Palkia? Like he just goes back in time, just kills Palkia. Wait, what? Do they really hate each other? Why do they hate each other? I don't think they do hate each other, right? Because like at the end of the Rise of Darkrai, they just flew away. They just stopped fighting for no reason. Wait, I understand Palkia being mad because like the space dimension shit. But why was Dialga mad? What? I don't. What? Where's the logic in that? Anyways, we're getting to the final gym. Our team is pretty set. It's pretty much, as you can see through the video, is Geodude carrying it most of the way from most of the gyms. Not too many difficulties. The most difficult one was actually the fire gym because it kept burning me. It kept burning my Geodude before it kills it, which is the most annoying thing. Anyways, we head into Lorelei. Lorelei is an Ice Elite Four member, but it has a lot of water types, so it's a bit hard for these ground and rock types, not to mention the flying type. So it's getting pretty difficult here. So our main way to combat it is to paralyze it and to confuse it at the same time with our Zubat and our Onix, and then chip away at the Cloyster with confusion as well. The Cloyster just decided not to attack my Zubat. I don't know why. It has dive. It just never tried to attack me with it. And then my Onix here, it's attempting to kill it, but then like the dive got it. Luckily it got hit in confusion and then we beat it. But it's not looking too good. Like, as you can see, I paralyzed the Slowbro, and then I had to confuse flinch it to death. Luckily, RNG on my side, but what the hell? This is not worth the time that it took. However, we got through Lorelei. Pretty much is a clear shot because now it's free. Now it's a bit easier because we don't have to deal with water types. Here, Onix outbeats and outclassed the other Onix. Oh, I didn't realize my Onix is a female. When did this happen? How did this happen? Yeah, my Onix has been When did my Onyx became a female? What? I thought Onyx was like 85% chance to be male. I guess since I gen them in, it's like 50-50, but like, I don't know, I've never seen it. All my Pokemons are females. What's happening? I just realized this now. Oh, this Machamp here? Nope. A secret weapon. The GOAT is in. Geodude explodes him. Even with a bulk up, I feel like I know this, but I assume explosions since it's introduced up to Gen 5 before the nerf, halves your defense first and then calculates damage, which is insane. I think that's why it was used so much back then, because it does that. But I can't be too sure because I didn't play comp back then. I started playing comp in Gen 6, and now I'm doing pretty well. I'm almost rank 7. Here's a quick update since last week. I'm almost rank 7 on Pokemon Sword and Shield, but I've been using one team. I've been breeding more Pokemons. It's been too lazy to train them up and EV train them. It's easier to do it nowadays, but I feel like Gen 6 did it better with the punching bags. I feel like that was super easy. The IVs, on the other hand, were pretty hard to get to too. There wasn't an IV checker in Gen 6 in X and Y, I don't think, because that's when I started playing. You know, I learned it from Shofu. I learned competitive through Shofu. It's always embedded in my mind what he said. He said, you need physical wall, special wall, physical attacker, special attacker, and a speed guy. So he just took a Pokemon for each stat, and part of it's true, part of it's not, because I don't know what a speedster is gonna do that has no other unique traits. So what you need is a physical attacker, and you need to build like synergy around your team. So if your sweeper itself is slow, you run a trick room team with support around it, and have other Pokemons, and have a Scarfer just in case to counter the Pokemon that's gonna counter you. There's a lot of synergy stuff, but all you gotta do for single team is put a Ferrothorn and Toxapex with Regenerator, and just have those as your base, and then, you know, have whatever you want. So I feel like that's pretty simple. If Tangrowth was there, just interchange it. Obviously, we take down Lance. Going back to the video, but another thing for comp, I'm leaning towards double battles now. This generation has just like taken me and put me in double battles forever now. Like, I love double battles. It's pretty annoying. Today I had 2 games where I lost to Paralyzes, and then 1 game where a Rhyperior ice punches me and I froze. Wow. I froze to a Rhyperior ice punch. Luckily, I did ally swap, and then somehow the freeze disappeared. I don't know how that happened, but I had my Bronzong out, and I ally swapped my Dragovish. Yeah, I'm using a Dragovish. Okay, hate me, but it's a good Pokemon. It's a really good Pokemon. I don't like its design. It's not even the best designed fossil Pokemon. It's just really good. It's insanely good, and I might start using Dragozolt soon if I have a team for it. Maybe I could build one quickly. I have it fully EV trained. I just don't know what to do with it. I just need a good team with it. So it's gonna be interesting. As well, Ludicolo's on my team for Swift Swim. It's a rain team. Obviously, I built a rain team first because it was super easy to build. And then somehow I did pretty well with it. I'm positive right now. I think I'm 15 and 11 or something like that. And it's going pretty well. As well as this challenge where we finally got to the end, and we almost lose to this Arcanine because this Arcanine is really strong. You can see how much this flamethrower is gonna do to me, and luckily it didn't burn this time, but it burned multiple times. Oh, it didn't even do flamethrower. What clip am I using? But flamethrower does a lot to me. Luckily it didn't get to hit me, and luckily I didn't burn. And then I ended off with an explosion. What a happy ending. Geodude MVP, but as well as Zubat MVP. The one that isn't that great is actually the Onix. I told you, it's such a strange world because Onix had such a shallow moveset, and then Zubat and Geodude made up for it. Zubat was the only thing that helped me beat Lorelei because confusion, then poison, and then flinching was all I had. Luckily, Zubat was faster than everything, but without that, I would have that challenge ended there. I might have just relied on paralyzing, but then I would have to rely on save state. Luckily, I didn't have to. But that's about it. Thank you for watching the challenge all the way to the end. But I want to say thank you for watching all the way to the end. Let me know what you guys think of these topics. Let me know of this new commentary style for the videos. If you guys do listen to the commentary, or you guys just put me on mute and would just watch it. It doesn't matter to me how you guys enjoy the video. You know, I still get paid. Get that money. Yeah. But also, like, you know, as long as you guys find enjoyment on these videos, it's still cool to find. So thank you for watching all the way to the end. My name's been Alpha. Don't forget to add my Switch code, because I do pop-up raids randomly. I do some rare ass raids, so you guys don't want to like grind out, find your own raids. I do like a bunch of Gigantamax raids whenever. I do normal raids too, so join my raids. I did some pop-out Snorlax Gigantamax raids today when it was released. This is recorded on December 3rd, by the way, so add my Switch code, obviously. Leave a like on the video, comment down some challenge ideas, and subscribe if you guys haven't already. My name's been Alpha, and I hope you guys all had a great day. Peace out.